Howdy, folks. I'm Nathaniel. I am a postdoc at QMUL, shocker. And so today I want to talk to you guys about my research. I'm going to explain all of it. But first, let me paint you a scene. Imagine you are at a flat warming of a friend of yours. Obviously, this friend is single because they're having a flat warming. And obviously, they've got housemates because this is London and none of your friends are that rich. And so, you know, the guests are all people you don't know. And it's London again, so like half of the guests, they kind of look like AI-generated bankers that still talk about crypto. And the other half are just like, they look like they kind of just walked straight out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater's character creation. And so, like, you find yourself in a little circle with a bunch of these NPCs, and you're doing this, like, you're doing the classic, like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a lawyer. I sell sausage rolls on Etsy. I'm there too. I'm in that circle with these weirdos, and you just told everyone about your boring job. It comes to me, and I say something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, I'm a researcher. I do mathematical biology and cancer." I walk away. That's it. And leave. No one sees me again. No. You at that point have one of two reactions. You either go, "Wow, mathematics. You must be really smart." Or you go, "Hang on, that's not a real job." And the joke's on you because they're both true. I'm a genius and science isn't real. Wake up, sheeple. But no, this happens to me quite often. And like I don't really know how to explain what I do. I think I'm lost here. I can't see. Oh yeah. So you might at this point ask me, "Oh, okay, so explain to me, what's your day-to-day like?" This happens to me all the time. And at this point you've forced my hand because I have to bring out my whiteboard, I start scribbling fucking equations on there. I'm explaining the nonlinearities in my stochastic differential equations. You're panicking right now because everyone else has left this conversation. You're staring at the toilet. There's a huge queue. I'm talking about the Roman Empire right now. I'm that guy. TikTok memes, that's where it's at. So yeah, no, obviously I'm joking. I don't bring whiteboards to house parties. But yeah, no, it is difficult to say what I do. I think because also science, like doing science, is quite different from what people imagine it is. The media is the bad man in this situation because they always paint this weird picture that's kind of untrue. Like for one, they only talk about the group managers, like the big guys. In the UK, we call them primary investigators, which shortens to PI, which to me sounds like they're just like 1950s detectives with a drinking problem. But yeah, and they paint them off to be like these fucking brilliant savants. They're like scribbling equations on the walls. They're teaching monkeys how to overthrow the government. It's all a falsification. It's a fantasy. PIs, their job is to like lead, manage, delegate, which in practice means they just kind of just walk around the office looking a bit lost. On a good day, they'll spot you and like remember you work for them, and they'll just saunter up to you, and they'll do that thing like, "Oh, oh yes," and then they'll say something completely nonsensical like, "Oh, yeah, look to the DNA, my boy. The DNA is the future." And then you're sat there, and you have to be like, "Oh yeah, thanks, Pops. Did you take your pills today?" I have to add, because this is being recorded, so in case my PI ever sees this, legally that was a joke. So yeah, the PIs do fuck all, that was the point. Okay, so what I'm trying to get at is like, on the floor in like the trenches where all the nitty-gritty science gets done, you are either a PhD, which means you're shit but you're free labor, or you're a postdoc, which means you have been doing this long enough that you know what you're doing, but you're a failure because if you haven't made professor yet, why are you still here? But no, the PhDs, at least as postdocs we get paid, right? The PhDs, They are just slave labor. We get them to do all the shit we don't want to do. Like, do these equations for me, please? Could you do my simulations? Here's this week's laundry. Don't mix the whites into colors this time. We've got like a little PhD fighting rig going. We keep it in the cold room to keep it under wraps. I always bet on the psychology students because they've got like internalized rage. If you want in on this, come see me after the show. I'll get you. I've said too much. Legally, also a joke. What are we talking about? Okay, so yeah, no, we actually do love the PhDs. They're like our little cute little toddlers, or maybe like our pets. We show them off. We bring them to the pageants or conferences, whatever you want to call it. It's lovely. They make the cutest posters. Yeah, I think while we're like kind of slaving away doing all this hard work for Queen Mary gets all the credit, right? The university score goes up or whatever. They should do more for us. Yeah. Right? Queen Mary should do more for us. Here's an example. There's not enough toilets in my building. And this is annoying because I'm forced to take my post-lunch shits at Pret. I can't afford to eat there, but the toilets are free. Yeah, they don't talk about that part of science in the media either, do they? Can you imagine some fluff piece about a Nobel Prize winner, and it's like Wilhelm Glaubenheimer, brilliant mind, mathematical genius, often shat at IKEA. I'd read that. Yeah, no, here's another one. There's no cutlery in our kitchen. And this one grinds my gears, because I feel like all of my colleagues are gaslighting me about this. Because I'll be like, guys, there's no fucking cutlery, what the fuck? And they'll just look at me like, oh, just bring your own, Nathaniel. Nathaniel, why don't you bring your own cutlery? Oh, no shit. Yeah, of course I'll bring my own fucking cutlery. The problem is, what if I forget? What do you want me to do? Slurp my spaghetti like a savage child? There's Italians in the office. They won't stand for that. Do I go get cutlery at Pret? I've already been there for my shit. I can't go to Pret twice. That's depression. Anyways, where were we at? Oh yeah, we're at this house party, right? And I've told you all about my research. Actually, I definitely forgot to tell you about that. We've got no more time, so next time. I think if you want to take away one thing from this gig, it's like when you're at this house party and at the end of the night, everyone's going home and you're putting on your coats, and maybe it was one of those weird house parties where you had to take off your shoes, like East London thing. Everyone's leaving, and out of the corner of your eye, you spot me tailing it out of there with a massive bag of forks. Thank you.